Welcome to Doing the Business. I'm Graham Keogh. Let's get into today's episode. Okay, welcome everybody. It's Graham here from Wickham Freight Lines, and we're doing my first ever podcast. And the first episode, I've got Sean Haynes here. He's been with us a long time, and he's a young fellow that started here many years ago. So Sean's new role is head of solutions here at Wickham Freight Lines, which is a broad term. Now we're sitting in the cab of a 1989 T600. That I got brand new in 1989, obviously. And I've never done a podcast before, and I'm absolutely terrified. And I have been terrified before in this truck, but generally it's been when it's moving. So this is all new. We're stopped, and I'm absolutely terrified. But anyway, this is what I do because this is what my daughter told me to do, and she's head of HR and all the good stuff about podcasts. So welcome Sean. Welcome.
Thanks,
and welcome everybody. Thanks for your time.
I'm pumped.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about when you started here, Sean. When you were how old were you?
I was 16, nearly 17. Finished school not voluntarily. Was asked to leave in 03.
Mm-hmm.
And then I started here. I had a couple of jobs before, but they didn't last real long. One was at the meatworks, and
Yeah.
But started here in 04.
Yep, righto.
Yeah.
Well, there is sort of a few of us here that were asked to leave school that have sort of progressed along and done fairly well, haven't
Yeah, that's right. It's not for everyone.
they? Yeah. So, now, what was your first impressions when you turned up here? And did you have anything to do with the transport industry before you got here?
Yeah. Well, I'm a third generation truck driver.
Okay.
My dad's a driver still to this day. And my grandfather, he's retired now in Holbrook, but he's in the Hall of Fame actually, which is pretty cool.
Mm.
Yeah, that's all they've done. So, I spent most school holidays in trucks and that sort of thing. And then, I think I was just looking for a job, and Brenton Herman rang me randomly one Saturday morning. No one turned up one morning. Must have been a long weekend or something was on, and he said, "Are you still looking for a job?" And I said, "Yeah." And he said, "Well, if you want to wash trucks, yeah."
Yeah, well, Brenton was here too, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was here before me. Yeah. Yep.
He started on the wash, and then he went into the tug. We had that old V8 Caterpillar leader.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yep. I do remember the leader. He used to wash it about 10 times a day.
Yeah, it's still got his Caterpillar mud flaps on the front of it too, Hermie.
It does, yeah.
Yeah, right.
That's how I started, mate. I turned up that Kenworth office was brand new. It was, you could still...
Yeah, righto. And what year was that?
04, I reckon. It was fairly new. You could still smell the paint.
Yeah.
A lot of people sort of talk about, they remember when you and Cam just had the old hut where your car park was.
Yeah,
that was
little Arlette car.
Yeah, that was just before my time, I reckon. The building was done, so...
Yeah, righto.
Yeah.
So, and then what did you do then? You sort of come out of the wash then and into local prime movers, didn't you?
Yeah, yep. I got that K104 784 HZQ it was. I think it was 04 AJ when it was a semi. It was a prime mover.
Yep.
So Ajax, we sent that down to Kyogle, and Ajax got it. It had the 12 pallet taut liner with the fridge on it.
Yep.
I got that 12.7 Detroit in it.
Yeah,
that was what I started in, mate. Yeah.
Yeah, righto.
Carting potatoes into Brisbane and the Gold Coast, and doing big W pickups for Maverick the next day, and
yeah. Well, it's a good grounding, good spot to start.
It was, mate. Yeah, plenty of times.
Learn your way around.
Plenty of times I got lost in the body truck. It wasn't an issue, really.
Yeah. Learn not to panic. That's the secret.
Yeah.
Don't panic until the last minute. That's the secret.
Yeah.
Yeah, righto.
Got that, and then I think I did that for a bit over 12 months till I got my... I stepped up and got an MC then.
Yeah.
Then we found a bloke to go in the body truck, and then I got my first 650.
Oh, yeah.
That was old LL.
You'll never forget that day.
No.
Oh, brand new 650.
Yeah. It didn't
One of the first things I remember about you is when we were here one day, and it was a Saturday, and we had to unload all those nappies,
Yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah, I do.
That was bloody terrible.
Under the awning, yeah.
Yeah, and you were a bit sooky, and I couldn't work out what was wrong with you, but your mum had paid for a driving lesson for you, and when we had to do this, you weren't going to make it, remember?
Yeah, I do remember
and then,
that.
Once I worked out why you were a bit sort of sooky, then we spent the next hour driving around the industrial estate, didn't we?
Yeah, I do remember that.
Practice driving with you so you could get your licence and your mum wasn't going to be so upset. So.
Yeah, no, I do remember that.
Yeah, just what I needed after the end of a long week was a driving lesson around the industrial estate with a 16-year-old.
Yep.
But that was all right. We got it done.
No, it was good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What other things did we do that were pretty cool?
Oh, I was just thinking about you. I think you had the blue GMC then.
Beautiful vehicle.
That was pretty. Yeah.
That was nice.
I'll never forget that.
Yeah.
I don't know. We used to lump heaps of meat in the day in the yard
lumps
here.
heap to me.
Bringing stuff around, wouldn't it? Getting it from America or?
No, I just bought it at Gympie Hitman.
Oh, nice.
Mm.
That's the go.
Yeah. Cost a lot, but anyway, that was all right. That was pretty good.
Yeah.
What else you got?
So I had that first 650, which I've got some photos here.
Oh, yeah.
Put some photos here.
That's good.
Tommy gave me a bit of notice last night, so that's the body truck that we stretched out, and 12.7.
Yep.
Had a fridge on the front. It was a bit slippery.
Yeah,
pretty quick.
Yeah, should do the business. That
it
one.
did do the business, mate.
Well, it was a road train truck before that one.
Yeah.
Come out of Swan Hill every.
And then that was my first 650.
Oh, yeah.
Hopefully that's all good. So 36-inch bunk, ice pack. Every truck I've had here, except for the first one's had an aircon sleeper in it, which is pretty good. Pretty good deal. You know, you don't have to buy them for people.
Game changer, isn't it?
Yep, absolutely.
Game changer, those.
So I did a fair bit of local in that, and then I think we sold that. We sold that truck, and I got another 650, 50-inch shed, the Blue Lagoon. I named it.
Yeah. I didn't like the name, but it's a beautiful
truck.
truck.
It was. Yeah. I tarted it up a bit. I put some stainless on it and some black soft rubber flaps, and had the duck on the front.
Good. Real good.
Had that truck for a while. I had that on local for a bit, and then I just was pestering you for a while to go out in the open road, and I run Sydney and Melbourne in that one for quite a few years. Yeah.
So we've had a few disagreements along the way too, haven't we? We've had a couple of.
Yeah, you sacked me once. I don't know if we want to talk about that. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I wouldn't have done it if you didn't deserve it.
I
didn't need it.
Yeah,
I wouldn't have done it for fun.
I learned a very valuable lesson as a young bloke, I think.
Yeah. Did you leave once? Or did I just sack you once?
I left
once?
Yeah, I've left twice.
I left twice?
Yeah.
You can leave too many times.
Yeah, you've told me that, yeah.
Yeah. You're probably on the edge.
Yeah.
I remember you left once and then you got a job in Killarney, and I used to pass you every morning. I was coming to work and you were going the other way. And I kept waving to you, and eventually I cracked you.
Yeah, you did.
And we become friends again.
That was when you let me go.
Yeah. Oh, was it?
Yeah,
that was when I sacked you. Oh, okay.
Yep.
Righto.
Yeah, we got a job at the old Killarney Meatworks.
Yeah.
Well, ironic. A couple of years later, out there loading hanging meat out there, loading lambs and.
Yeah, well, that would have made this job look good.
It did.
Yeah.
It did, mate. Yeah.
Anyway.
For sure.
Anyway, like I said, I wouldn't have sacked you if you didn't need it, and you probably did, and now you're a better man for it.
Yeah.
Anyway, we won't do that again.
No.
Will we?
Hope not.
No. Hopefully not.
Yeah.
Righto. So what about young people in the industry? Like, plenty of opportunity for them in there.
Yeah, I think so. My new role now, I've been here in the yard.
Yeah. Head of solutions.
Head of solutions and the yard supervisor and GK runabout.
Yeah.
But one of my roles is I look after the tug drivers.
Yeah.
And I shouldn't say just me. Richard helps me too. He's the other guy. There's two of us. This show's gone from, we just keep growing and growing. So it's a two-man job now. It's
so
crazy.
We'll just like how many tug drivers you got? People might think you got two, but
probably 14, I think, at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's different shifts too. So like, we do a day shift and then we do an afternoon shift as well.
Yeah, righto. Yeah.
So
that's pretty good. That gives you a good insight of how to, run men and talk to people. And
it does, yeah, and it's
got to be safe too, and safety and all that stuff. We go through all that with them all the time. It's
a good training ground for them too. Like if you do it here for a couple of years, mate, you learn how to hook up a B-double or a road train, and after a while, the boys back that many doubles on the dock. They're just they're experts.
They're very good at it. When
you get your ticket, like you're so far in front of everyone else, you just got to learn how to not panic and get lost and
don't panic.
Yeah.
Well, at the start there, I had sort of you and Timmy Crook and Brenton Herman and Ajax.
Yep.
Like every day wasn't like there was always plenty of tricks going on. Like every day wasn't a bloody great day, was it? Timmy Crook would always try and bloody hide or do something and carry on. Like you just took a bit of managing.
We did.
Didn't you?
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah, we did used to play up a bit.
Yeah.
It was just it was harmless. We weren't naughty, but
not real naughty. No.
I think the best one when I think of Timmy Crook was when you were at the hook shed looking for him, and you called him up on the radio that time, and you asked him where he was, and he said, I'm in the hook shed counting slides. Really, he was in the old warehouse doing doughies on the forklift.
Yeah, because I was in the hook shed and he wasn't there.
You said, well, I'm in the hook shed, round man, and I cannot see you.
Yeah, that's right. Because the hook shed's only like 3 metres square.
Yeah.
So,
so that's where we clean all our slides and stoppers and stuff.
Yeah, all for the meat.
Yeah, all for the hogs.
So plenty of opportunity for young people.
There is, mate. Yeah, definitely.
Good industry.
It is a good industry. It's a good culture here. We've got, I don't know how many people have done 10 plus years here, and there's so many lifers here. So many people that have been here forever. You know, like, and you can't jinx that. Like, you can't. You know, if somewhere's not real ideal to work, you're not going to work there, are you? So.
And that becomes difficult too as you get bigger and bigger. Like there's times now where I don't know every driver's name, and then I feel a bit strange when you go up and say, well, what's your name? And they go, well, I've been here 6 months and you forgot my name, and I feel a bit embarrassed about that. But I'm going to change that. I'm going to just turn around now and say, hey, what's your name? Because it's really been giving me the shits a bit. Because I think I should know everyone, or at least acknowledge everyone. So I'm going to turn that around. So So don't, if you are listening to us and you work for us, don't be upset if I come and ask you your name, because I think it's important. I think it's real important, especially when they're out there doing the business. Like, that's what it's all about. That's
a challenging thing with growth, I suppose. You know, it gets harder to know everybody.
Yeah. Well, there's some good things about growth, and there's some other things that aren't quite as good. But eventually we sort of get it all settled down.
Yeah, I don't know, like when I started in 04, like we still had old anteaters on local, and you know, like I don't know how many trucks you would have had, maybe 30 or 50 or something.
I remember we had no money, and I took the jack shafts out of a couple of T600s to save fuel. And we saved a bomb of fuel.
Really?
But you'd only have to go over a gutter, and they were stuck and bogged and everything. But anyway, it got us through a sticky patch, because that was pretty tough going. We've had a few of those. We've had a few of those.
Yeah, fuel's the big thing these days, isn't it? It's a worry.
It's a nightmare. The whole show's a nightmare. The whole country's a nightmare at the minute. It just doesn't feel right. For a lucky country, we just don't feel that lucky at the minute.
No, that's right.
But anyway, so now we're up to question 4, Sean. So this is a question you can ask me anything question. This is what my daughter's put me in for this podcast, and ask me anything question.
I thought about this for a while.
Oh, okay.
And I want to know, when Graham Keogh was a young bloke, just got his ticket, just starting to do the business, who was your idol? Like who was someone you'd look at and go, geez, that bloke's an operator? Like who was?
Well, there's probably 2 or 3 of them. Or 4. Probably. Well, I was pretty lucky because our family owned a little shop beside the school in Killarney, so a lot of the trucks used to stop there. And the one guy that really sticks out in my mind, I used to travel a little bit with when I was probably 12 or something, was Warren Ollie. And Warren, he was sort of based in Lismore and used to come back and forth carting grain off the downs up here back into so I went with him a few times. He had some Detroit's 871s and a cab over, and then he got an SAR with a Cummins in it. I think it was a 350 Cummins, and he hated the Cummins engine, which is probably it wasn't as good as the Detroit, obviously.
No, we all know that.
But anyway, so that's all right. He was probably one guy, and then my uncle, he was always a truck driver, and he was very tidy, so I respected him. And then sort of when I started with Wickham's, it was Les Latham. Les sort of taught me how to drive. He's very, very good. And then you got Garth Power too, Garth or GP, that he was at Wickham's too.
He was here forever.
Well, Garth, he did 47 years here up and down, so
that's incredible.
He can do the business. So really good blokes to not only to teach you to drive, just to have the right mental thoughts in the job too. So if you're having a bad day today, well, it's not really that bad. You know, tomorrow will be another day.
Yeah.
You know, so don't throw your toys out of the cot because you had one bad day. So, and my father, he never gave me much advice in my life, probably only twice. And the best thing he ever said to me is, I come home one day and I had the shits about something, and I said, I'm going to leave Wickham's and work at Nolan's. And he said, well, why would you do that? And I said, because I'm sick of this and sick of that. And he said, well, when you get there, it'll be exactly the same as where you left.
Yep.
So you're better, and I'll never forget this, he said, you're better off to stay where you are and try and make it a better place to work every day. And that's something I've always lived by.
Yep.
Sean, yeah. And then the other guy was then, probably this would have been in the mid 80s when Merv Ross started to go out with my sister, and I did a couple of trips with Merv, and I wouldn't have had my licence, and I'd just never seen anyone handle a truck like Mervyn.
Yeah.
He could just, when we went to, I think we went to Newcastle, and he had a cab over, a big cab over with a wraparound dash, and he had a 903 in it, and he just had this thing humming, and I thought it was just I must have had a licence, because he let me have a drive for about 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And he was just pretty to watch. It was magic. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
I'd never actually seen anyone that could just make a machine just hum like Mervyn. Yeah.
Yeah, righto.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And over the years, you know, I got to travel with Mervyn, and it was very hard to keep up with.
Yeah.
After like 6 hours, you just said, maybe I'm just better off behind him, you know, because after 6 hours, I haven't made a meter on him.
Yep.
So maybe I'm better off to sit here.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but yeah, he was probably a guy that I've never seen. It was like sitting in the truck with Peter Brock.
Yep.
You know, that's how good it was.
Yeah, I've heard some stories.
So that was a good experience.
Yep. Yeah, cool. No, well, that definitely, he's definitely passed that on anyway, because, you know, his two young blokes are pretty
they're pretty handy.
Too. They were two guys I looked up to when I started here. They were both a bit older than me, so.
Yeah, Lindsay and Lachlan, they can handle a piece of gear.
Yeah, mate.
Yeah,
absolutely.
They're bloody. But anyway, that's great. So, what else what about your head of solutions? How many in your team, and what do you do?
Head of solutions that's what is it? Me and the wizard, young Mitch in the trailer bay. It's just basically anything you need done, we just drop everything and do it.
Yeah, if I have a problem, you have a solution. That's what makes you head of solutions.
Yeah.
That's excellent.
I'm head, he's 2IC, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Righto. That's excellent, isn't it?
Yeah.
Great team.
No, it's good. He's a good young lad.
If I've got a problem, you've got to have a solution.
Well, if not, I pass the buck on, but yeah, we figure it out.
Yeah, righto.
We do figure it out, yeah.
So what do you think sort of one thing that's not negotiable for success, Sean? What do you reckon that's sort of, what makes it a success?
Well, I'll just compare it to this industry, I suppose, is just commitment and hard work, really. Like you can't half-ass it in the transport industry.
Yeah.
It's you know, you're either on local, starting early, having big days, or you're either in it. You know, the other one is interstate. You know, doing the business overnight and everywhere. Like you can't half-ass it. Like it's you know.
I think one of you got to turn up every day.
That's a big one.
And I think it's just it's a mind over matter. Everyone can have a bad day or whatever, but you can't fill your head with negative thoughts, and you can't talk yourself down.
No, that's right.
You know, you got to sort of pump yourself up if you're having a bad day, because you can have a bad day.
Yeah.
But geez, it's
You have plenty of bad days, but you have plenty of good days too, I guess.
Yeah. You have plenty of those. That's for sure.
No, it's I think that's probably one that's a non-negotiable. I've got a recommendation too. I was thinking about it last night when Tommy told me. I reckon you need to get Camcat on here. He was a big part of the business, and he was he was here a long time, and I think you'd have some great old stories. I think the audience they'd have a crack listening to that.
So that's Cam Stevens.
Yeah.
So Cam and I sat side by side for 15 years together, and what we didn't do just wasn't worth doing. It was amazing. So
he was an ultimate professional, and
he was.
I only upset him once, I think, in 16 years or whatever I worked with him, and I learned pretty quick not to do it again.
Yeah. It's like walking in and saying, I'm not doing enough kilometres, isn't it? You only do that once too.
I know we're trying to wrap it up, but I remember before I went and got my licence, you used to send all of us with some of the good old guys.
Yeah.
And I went into Brisbane once with Nev Taylor.
Oh yeah, Nev. That's good.
He was a real good old operator. I don't know if he's still doing a bit, I think, but
yeah.
I remember he said to me, we were coming home through Arachula, and he was a bit like Mervyn. I was just in awe just watching him. He just didn't miss a trick all day.
Yep.
And he said to me, I'll give you some advice, young fella. He said, don't ever go and tell Graham and Cam you're not getting enough work. And he just had a quiet chuckle to himself, and I just thought, righto.
Yeah.
He must have found that out the hard way, I'd say.
Brenton Homan made that mistake once, but he's never done it since.
Yeah, righto.
He said he wasn't getting enough work, but anyway, that was in June, and he got home Christmas Eve, I think. So anyway, that was all right. And this is a podcast that my daughter wants me to do once a month. So if there's anything you need to talk about, or anyone that you need me to sort of talk with, or any insights that you want to have, or whatever, don't be frightened to be in touch, and we'll see if we can accommodate it all.
Yeah.
But anyway, thanks for that, Sean.
No
Thanks
worries,
for your
Graham.
time,
It's a
everybody.
pleasure,
And be careful out there, and God bless. Thank you. Bye.